Good morning, I'm Hezekiah.
And I'm Reagan.
Today is Tuesday, March 25th, and it's Cycle Day 5.
Today's lunch features beef walking tacos, Mexicali corn, diced tomatoes, and salsa.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All NJHS students should meet in the front lobby at 8:30 a.m. this Friday for our CARES Ambassador field trip. We will leave promptly at 8:40 a.m.
Students on the all-day field trip should pack a lunch and will return to campus by 2:30 p.m.
Students on the half-day trip will return to campus by 11:40. Report directly to lunch and then period 5 for class.
Please be sure you review and prepare for the lessons you will be delivering to your students. Also be sure you wear your CARES t-shirts on Friday. Email Mrs. Ebersol if you have any questions.
Attention students, your artwork will be displayed in the hallways over the next few weeks. Please respect these pieces of art and the hard work behind them by not touching or damaging them. All displays in clear view of the hallway cameras, and any damage will be reported to the office.
Mark your calendars. The art show is on April 3rd from 1 to 8 p.m. We can't wait to see you and your families there.
Reminder, clubs will meet during Wildcat this Wednesday, March 26th.
Again, clubs will meet during Wildcat period this Wednesday, March 26th.
The rumors are true. The students were victorious on Friday night with a score of 55-24 after Mrs. Johnson's last-second shot. Thank you to all who helped put together this event and helped it be so successful. Congratulations, students.
We have sports teams in action today. The boys soccer team has a home game against York Catholic at 4.
And the girls soccer team has an away game at Eastern York at 4 o'clock. Players should be dismissed at 2:25 with the bus departing at 2:40. Wish you the best of luck.
Today we send happy birthday shout-outs to Grayson Gutierrez. We hope you have a great day.
We now go to Mrs. Cartwright and Mrs. Koyman for Tuesday Trivia.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello, Mrs. Koyman. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So I think most of our students by now probably know who you are, but just in case they don't, you are?
The school nurse.
You're our school nurse. So thank you for being here. We're so glad to have, we have actually multiple nurses in our building.
Yes, we do, yes.
And we are so glad that our nursing staff is here to help our students and sometimes our staff during some situations.
Absolutely.
But the reason that I specifically, I can't talk today, it's too early. The reason I specifically asked Mrs. Koyman to be here today is because today is American Diabetes Association Alert Day. So it's every year, the 4th Tuesday in March, which today I believe is the 4th Tuesday in March. And it's just a day where we kind of talk about and recognize what is diabetes. Because it is something that I forget the number off the top of my head, but it affects, when I was looking this up, way more people than I ever suspected. And I think we actually even have some students and staff in this building who are affected by diabetes.
Yes, diabetes is very prevalent amongst students, or children and adults alike.
Yeah, so Mrs. Koyman, can you tell us a little bit about what diabetes is? I bet most of our students have probably heard of it, but they might not know what it is.
Sure. So it's a condition that affects how our body uses sugar from food. Our bodies all need sugar for energy, and a special helper called insulin helps move the sugar from the blood into our cells. So when someone has diabetes, that means that their body either doesn't make enough insulin or it's unable to use it properly. So this results in too much sugar staying in their blood instead of going out to the cells where it's needed. And there are two types of diabetes. Do you know the two types of diabetes?
Okay, well, I think you maybe just alluded to it maybe a little bit with your explanation. So I think there's, and we call them type 1 and type 2, right? So people may have heard of that. I think the first type is your body just doesn't make insulin. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that we call it type 1. Your body just doesn't make insulin, and insulin is what helps, you said, do something with the sugar from the food that you eat. It gets it into your body where it needs to be.
Yes.
So if you're a type 1 diabetic, your body just doesn't make that insulin at all.
That's right. So people with type 1 diabetes need insulin to survive.
Okay, so they have to take like medication maybe to
Yes.
to help their body
Yeah,
process the sugar.
It's the insulin injections. So very proud of everybody who is brave enough to do that multiple times a day.
Yeah, and we
survive.
have some students who manage that themselves. They're probably way more brave than I am. And then what's type 2? I've heard of type 2 diabetes. What's that?
So our bodies make insulin, but it doesn't quite work as well as it should. So in those cases, some people might need medicine, but also diet changes, healthy food, and exercise may help to control their sugar levels. So it's a work in progress, and then they will be monitored by their healthcare providers for progress.
Okay, but I think if I understand correctly, just the people who I know who are affected by diabetes, they can still live a pretty normal life as long as everything is managed. Obviously, they're probably seen by a doctor to help manage all of that. But other than that, then they can kind of do everything that everyone else can do.
Yes, so they can still do everything they love, but they have to be careful about what they eat, and sometimes, it involves different types of medication depending on your type, and also checking blood sugars pretty regularly.
Well, thank you for being here to discuss that. That was very informative. Hopefully, some of our students here learned something about diabetes today. Yeah. And our trivia question is going to be about diabetes as well. What number emailer should we take today?
Let's do 11.
Number 11. Okay. Here's your trivia question. You're going to email me, Miss Coltrider, emailer number 11. You'll be a winner. The question is, which organ in the body produces insulin, the hormone that helps control blood sugar levels? So we talked all about insulin here today. There is an organ in your body that is responsible for producing that.
Good luck, everyone. And
Good
special
luck.
Shout out to Miss Werbach's homeroom. Come on, guys.
I hear you might know someone in that homeroom.
That's right. And good luck to our soccer teams today and all of our spring sports.
Okay. Riddle, you were number 1 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is correct. Let's give him a call. Oh, now I let it slip. It's a him. I try not to do that.
But thank you, everyone, for participating.
Yes. Lots of quick answers today.
Good.
Hello, Miss Tracy.
Mr. Tanner?
Yes.
And not screening my calls today, Mr. Tanner. I love that.
Yep.
What organ in the body produces insulin?
Everybody, yell out.
The pancreas, you are correct. Great job, Team Ambition. Spirit points for you. I'm sorry, Mrs. Koyman, that you were really hoping for Miss Wurzbach's class.
Anybody who answered. That's great. For everybody who knew that answer. Good job. Keep
All
up
right.
the good work.
Yes, great work. I saw lots of right answers in there today. That was awesome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.